Howdy, howdy, folks. Give me just a moment over here on Instagram. Howdy, howdy, Instagram. Got y'all in? I think we're back on Rumble. So I didn't put Rumble when I broadcast out. Hey, I'm going live in a few minutes. Simply because I never know with Rumble. You don't know what you're going to get from one day to the next. I like Rumble's platform. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I can stream everywhere else and have problems on Rumble, and I don't like that. So anyway, I have a great show for you. I am back from vacation. Make sure I'm broadcasting well. Yep, there we go. I can hear myself. I can see myself. Doing great. Man, spent 5 nights in St. Thomas. I love the islands. I'm a beach guy. I'm a Parrot Head, Margaritaville guy. And we actually stayed at Margaritaville in St. Thomas. It's a great place. Beautiful landscaping. Room was great. Don't like the sliding barn doors on the bathroom. Don't like that. Uh, and it's built on a hill. You better be able to walk up some stairs. And then the pool is even higher. We were at the first level of buildings, and then we had to walk up 2 more sets of stairs to get to the pool, which was an infinity pool with a swim up bar. Looked out over the bay there. They're on the northeast side of St. Thomas. Man, it's beautiful. Love it there. We went over to St. John. Love it there even more. We are probably going to go next time. We're just going to stay on St. John, but there's no branded hotels over there, so it's all locally owned stuff. It's like 70% of the island's national park. I just like the vibe. It's a little more like locals kind of stuff as opposed to touristy kind of stuff. So, but anyway, you got a Margaritaville restaurant. Been to several. You expect the chain food. It wasn't even that. Uh, we ate there once in 5 nights. Yeah, it just. And I complained about it on the review. I'm like, hey, the hotel was great, or whatever you want to call it, the resort, because it's really more of like a uh, flat condo. You got a sink and a dishwasher and a microwave and that kind of stuff. Uh, so it wasn't really a truly hotel room, and you didn't have maid service every day. They'd bring you towels and sheets if you needed it, but yeah, it was great people. Love the people. Definitely love going down to the islands. But we are back, and so we are going to get started on today's episode of Sticks-n-Stones, where I am pairing Penelope Crème Brûlée. I was telling somebody before I left, because I picked this bottle up. I think it was either the day we were going to the airport or the day before. And I was amazed that I saw a Facebook post saying, hey, there's so many bottles at this little out of the way liquor store. And so I drove over there, and sure enough, they were still there. And so I rounded up a bottle because I'd been chasing this one. Now then, I want the Havana. And I've seen they've got another one out called the Riviera. Uh, don't really know that much about it, just what I read on Penelope's site. But anyway, I am pairing Penelope's Crème Brûlée with a Diamond Crown Julius Caesar. I think it's going to be a great matchup. So we're just going to jump on in. I'm trying to do this, my new kind of shortened format. So I did a lot of talking about St. Thomas. So we're going to speed this on up. I think we're stepping into kind of more of the refined lane. This pairing is all about elegance over intensity, matching a luxuriously smooth cigar with kind of a dessert-inspired bourbon that leans into that vanilla and caramel and kind of toasted sugar kind of stuff. I love that on top of creme brulee, or they toast that sugar. Oh, um, if you're looking for a pairing that feels like a high-end, like lounge experience from start to finish, I think this is going to be it for you. Now the spirit is now this is Penelope's Architect. That's the base. It is a 4-grain mash bill. I'm sorry, 3-grain mash bill. Sure, got that right. Okay. 75 to 80% corn, 15 to 20% rye, and then the remainder in malted barley. It is 110 proof, 55% alcohol by volume. And it is finished with French oak staves. So it's definitely complex staves. That's the selection breakdown. That's what they chose. It's on the back right there. So now the high corn delivers a lot of sweetness and body, while the rye will sprinkle in a little bit of spice, and then it's enhanced by the French oak finishing that kind of amplifies that vanilla, custard, caramelized sugar kind of thing. So I know it's going to be an excellent, excellent pour. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. Sorry, Instagram. I just put that onto your microphone, so you may have heard like, didn't mean to. Well, you can already smell it. Good stuff. I have really become a fan of Penelope. I so far have loved everything I've got. I think I've got 2 more bottles on the way. And I think by the time I get those, I'm going to have like 11 different offerings from Penelope. And on the nose, you just get this intense aroma of vanilla bean and that brûléed kind of sugar, the flame sugar on top, with some toasted oak and a little bit of light cinnamon and a really nice creaminess. Jumping in right away. And when you first put that sip in your mouth, you do not know that it's 110 proof. You don't. Now you pick it up a little later, but right away, no. Um, the palate gives you a really nice, rich custardiness, if that's a word. Caramel, brown sugar, some soft baking spices. It's got a nice silky mouthfeel. But then as the sip continues across your tongue, uh, you then start picking up a little bit more of that rye spice in there. It's not terrible, but it lets you know it's there. It's not overpowering at all. The finish is sort of a medium long finish. You get some lingering vanilla and some toasted sugar, and then some more of that gentle like oak and spice there at the end. So I think you'd love it. And I'm about to watch USA and Germany FIFA World Cup. Uh, sorry, I'm a German guy, so I gotta cheer for my German team. It's the way it is. Now, Diamond Crown, Julius Caesar. Love this cigar. I'm gonna have to order some more. I think I've got like 2 left, and I can only afford to buy them in 5 packs. this I said luxurious at the beginning of this. All right. Now the creme brulee, it was not that bad. I had to spend $40 to be able to buy it, and I think it was somewhere between 75 and 100. It was not over $100. Uh, these, I get them 5 pack. It run me somewhere around 75 to $80, something like that. So yeah. Um, anyway, it is a wonderful, wonderful cigar. The filler and binder are a mixture of Caribbean and Central American blend. Probably means Dominican Republic and Honduran or Nicaraguan. Uh, it has a beautiful Ecuadorian Havana wrapper on it. Um, very good construction. Tight, but visible seams. Yeah, I can. I don't know. I'm gonna say invisible seams because I keep thinking I see one and then it's a vein. So um, I do believe that is I do believe that is part of the wrapper spinning around there, but it is hard to see. This is just quality construction. Uh, Minimal amount of veining. There's a couple of veins on there that you are a little bit pronounced. Nothing bad. There is a lot of molting on this cigar. In other words, there's a lot of different colors of brown. It's not just one solid color. Doesn't affect the cigar, but it's worth noting. So it kind of, depending on where you're looking at it, it's a medium to kind of medium dark brown. Um, as I said, it's impeccable construction on the nose. I get cedar, kind of a nuttiness, not any particular nut, just a little general nuttiness, some cream, and a nice subtle sweetness. Oh, and by the way, this has a very nice double cap. I'm going to give it a cut with my Cigar, my Cassetti multi-cutter. Do not do this at the cigar shop. Holtz just had a PSA on this the other day. Don't do that, especially if you're using the cigar shop's cutters. That's gross. I tend to stay away from it, even though I'm using my cutter, simply because of the etiquette in the shop. But when I'm around the house, my cutter, I'll do what I want. So, very nice V cut, my favorite cut. On the cold draw, I do get a specific kind of nuttiness, and that's almonds. I also get a little bit of hay and some light spice, and just kind of a faint touch of vanilla. All right, let's go ahead and light her up. Using my Rocky Patel Envoy 5 torch, because I'm like, if you're going to do it, do it. I always like using the single torch just to make sure that it's completely lit everywhere. On the palate, I get a nice creaminess, some cedar. We're back to kind of some just toasted general nuttiness. That kind of takes the lead, and then it's a very smooth and mellow kind of entry into the cigar. Nothing really kind of like jumps out at you. Make sure this is all good to go. All right, we're going to try them together now. Let me try it again. The bourbon immediately locks into the creaminess in the cigar. The vanilla custard notes kind of amplify the cigar's smooth profile, creating this nice, seamless, almost dessert-like opening. Uh, very good, very good. I'm enjoying the creme brulee, and I enjoy the Julius Caesar. I love this cigar. For 14 minutes, we're doing good. Uh, we'll take a couple of more puffs here, and then I'll kind of give you the rest of the notes and everything. I do this beforehand, so I know what's going on. Mm, love the smoke in the glass. Doesn't mean anything if you haven't watched me before. It's just something I like to do. To me, it makes me feel like, since I'm doing this for you, I want to make sure I'm giving you the best information possible. Uh, so the releasing the smoke and taking the sip, I'm putting the absolute minimum amount of time between those two things, so that I feel like I'm getting the full effect. Ah, yes. Sorry, I'm kind of getting into the soccer thing now. All right, one more puff, and one more sip and smoke, and and then I'll give you the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say. Mm, decent burn. If I can get it over here, where it's both over here. Got a little dip in it there in one spot, but I think it's going to be fine. Um, as the pairing goes on, you will find that the French oak influence in the Penelope really shows up strong with toasted sugar and spice, and now complements the cigar structure, forming a really nice interplay of sweet and savory. You know, we're always talking about sweet and savory, right? Uh, the final third, the cedar in the cigar kind of deepens. The spice sharpens slightly, but with a very clean and elegant finish. Overall, the bourbon really kind of smooths out any edges, maintaining the refinement without overpowering the cigar. And this pairing never gets heavy; it's just more rich and more cohesive. Uh, the Ecuadorian Havana wrapper drives a kind of a creamy cedar forward profile that allows the bourbon's vanilla and caramel notes to shine without competing, which is to me is very important. You don't want your two items clashing. You don't want them competing uh, for time in your mouth. Oh, hell, 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 hell. Germany's already scored. All right. So, yeah, got the dogs. Got the dogs fired up. Where was I at? Oh, I was overall here. Overall, uh, this pairing is a literally like a master class in balance and elegance. It really leans into creaminess. There's a nice subtle sweetness. It's not overpowering, and you're getting refinement as opposed to intensity. I think pretty much anybody, no matter what your palate is, would enjoy this pairing. Uh, some people that are less into the sweeter profiles uh, might be like, ah, it's not for me because I like spice. I like my bourbon to punch me in the mouth. It may not be for you, but I think you should give it a try because you will find that while there are a lot of sweet elements in the profile, it's not overpowering sweetness. You're not talking about a cigar that is infused with something like the coffee infused cigars, which I love so much. It's just a nice, elegant sweetness to it. Same thing with the Penelope. It's 110 proof. It just has a high corn content, which makes it on the sweeter side. But at 110 proof, it would have to be extremely sweet for you to go. I don't notice the proof. All I taste is sweet. At 110, maybe you got some problems you need to look at. Maybe. Overall, I would give this pairing a. I'd give it a. I'm hovering between a 9.1 and a 9.4. We'll just split the difference and say a 9.2 and a half. Sounds about right. So, anyway, I really hope you go out and try and find. You can get the Julius Caesar. It's if you can pay for it, it's pretty easy to get. The Penelope Crème Brûlée may be a little bit tougher. I really got lucky and had a Facebook post. Join the local bourbon Facebook pages in your area because these guys will post stuff out like, "Hey, I was just stopped at this liquor store and they have X number of bottles of this." And there's been a couple of bottles I've picked up like that. Where, matter of fact, it was another Penelope. I picked up, I think it was a Rio. Somebody posted on Facebook, hey, there's 3 bottles of Rio at this liquor store, and it's right down the street from my house. As soon as I got off work, like an hour and a half later, drove down there, got the last bottle. So do that, because it can help you. I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, ring all the bells, blow all the whistles, do all that kind of stuff. If you want to subscribe on X, it's $1 a month. My subscribers had my pairing notes yesterday. They already knew what it was going to be like. So definitely, you should subscribe. It's $1. Seriously. You can probably go collect that and change out of your car seat, right? So anyway, until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day.